Assalamu alaikum, sir.
Walaikum assalam.
For the record, I need your full name.
My full name is Syed Muhammad Haroon Rashid, but then normally I'm addressed as Syed Haroon Rashid.
And where are we sitting today?
We are here at my residence in Hyderabad Cantonment.
Right. And today's date is the 20. What's today's date?
21st, I think.
21st of January, 2025. So, cutting to the chase, we've heard a lot about your interest in motorcycles. And can you tell us about your first motorbike and how you achieved or how did you get it?
To begin with, I will attribute my passion for motorbikes to my father. My father was in Calcutta, and he had, as he used to tell me when he was in Calcutta Customs, he said, I had a Harley Davidson and I had an Indian. I had these words, this tongue me when I was small guy. Then when I saw a Harley Davidson and an Indian in Karachi, when I was a student there, then I realized that this is what I would want when I grow up again. And today I am very close to getting both these bikes, which are in Karachi today, and the owner is in Hyderabad, in New York. He's been there and he's from Hyderabad. So he contacted me. I don't know how he got my number. He saw my program in Back Wheels. So he contacted me, and then he mentioned that he's also crazy about bikes. He showed me a few bikes in the United States that he has kept with him. And he showed me a Harley Davidson and an Indian and a Triumph. And he said, these are in Pakistan. So I got back and I said, tell me, what is your plan for these bikes? So he said, if I get a good price, I'll sell them there. So I've asked him, I would like to know the price and I would like to see the bikes before that. So I am at that stage now. So I'll keep my fingers crossed. Maybe I get them. I'm making my prayers to Allah that if I can strike a deal, I would love to have them here, so that I may continue to remember my father more. Not that I've forgotten him. He died when he was 61. I was 21. And that's not a single day has passed that I don't send Fatiha for him and my mother. So they live with me, and Alhamdulillah, I've transferred this to my kids, and I see out of the 4, 3 have a passion for motorbikes. Sadiq is one of them, who is a marshal in DGR that's held every year. Mamoon is a ardent biker lover, and he rides only on his Triumph, which is a war model, 500cc, which is parked here with me. And we enjoy our rides. We go to Hyderabad together. Then Ahmad is one who is so busy with his work, so busy with his law practice, that he is not a passionate biker, but he joins us when we are going on a trip, or the sons and the father. He joins us. Yahya, my son, who is a Hafiz of Quran, he has a madrasa at home. He has all his children, he has made Hafiz of Quran, and about 90 students, boys and girls from different backgrounds, they come here, they take their Hifz session over here, and then they go back. Some are in the army, some are doctors, and some the kids of the parents, they are now coming to him. So he is very passionate, but he says, I would like to go cross country. I'd like to travel on roads, and places which are not seen by anybody. So he is also, they make me feel very good. They make me feel very good. And I tell them that when I die, if you all carry this, I'm sure that Allah Ta'ala will send me your efforts and He will make me lie in comforts. But don't spoil them. Now the question is how I got to, I would insist on my father when I had cleared my intermediate. And I said I want a bike. So, yeah, and I want a Thunderbird. I want a 650, nothing short of that. So we entered into a compromise, and he gave me a matchless 350 after, and I bought that from a Parsi, and they were very good in maintaining their bikes, and they were only mostly they were Mercedeses that you could see. Otherwise, they were smaller bikes. There was no disgrace. So got me that, but I didn't enjoy that 350. It was too small for me. So I gave it up and I said I want a Jeep. So he gave me a Jeep, war model, and I stayed stuck to that till the end. But I bought this. I forced him to give this bike 650, which is here, which is my pride. I've written an article. This is my first love, and it shall be my first love till I die. The article is also hanging over there, and I maintained it. I still ride it, and I still feel so good when I'm on it. And I tell them, don't you ever spoil this motorbike of mine. Keep it with you.
So coming back to the motorbikes in this room, I noticed that most of them are one brand, Triumph.
Indeed.
So what is the story?
That's when I was a bike rider with a Thunderbird, I would see other bikes also on the road. So when I came across a young man who had a Tiger Cub, 200 cc, so I stopped him and I said, "Hey, you've got this. Let me have a ride on it." So I was very amazed at this 200 cc. My God, it runs very well. Later on, when I started my collection, luckily I got not one but two. And my passion is to repair them, bring them to their original shape. If they are neglected, then this is my passion. So I built it up again, and now it's in running condition. Then after that, I started looking for a 250 Triumph trophy. This bike was so good, but it was used by the Karachi Electric Supply Corporation. And time had it, I don't know where they disappeared, but I saw them then and I thought in my collection someday I will have a bike like this. In Hyderabad one day I was just passing by and I saw a shop and I saw a Triumph trophy in a bad shape, or no wheels. It was standing on a. I went back and I said, "This is a Triumph trophy. Now let me go and talk to them and whatever it is, let me see if I can take it for myself." And I went and spoke to him and I said, "But this car, what is it? How do you have it with you?" "Can I? This is my passion. I've got this bike, but I have no time to build it up again." So I said, "But there are no parts here at all." He said, "I'll start it for you in this condition and then you can come and see the parts are all." So I made a deal with him there and then. And I said, "You come to my house, take it, but give me the documents." And luckily this one was from the Karachi Electric Supply Corporation. It is here. There is a picture which will show how I brought it, what shape it was in, and what I brought it back to again in this condition. Then luckily I would look here and there, and I would look for those bikes which were neglected. That was my passion, because I don't want somebody already made up. I would love to have something which I would like to build myself all over again and feel the satisfaction that this has come back to life. And all of them are in this pattern. All of them were like that, and all of them are now in running condition, all of them. And mashallah, I feel good. I have lost my wife for 45 years. About 10 years back, I'm alone, but when I come out of my bedroom and I look at them, I feel energized. And I tell my sons, I said, "Look here, you don't understand when the loneliness hits a person when he's all alone as I am. Had it not been for these bikes, I think I would have collapsed. I wouldn't have been able to manage myself in the loneliness, but I am not lonely because each day I see them and something builds up in me. And then when I reach that point that I say, yeah, take it out, yeah, let's go for a ride." And then I come back and I'm energized and I feel so happy and so contented. So this is my life at the moment. Sadik is very particular in collecting. You must see all these things that are lying here. They are all his shop. Wherever he goes, if he finds any model bike, he has to buy it and he has to put it here. Some are here and some are in Karachi. And I expect a lot from him when I pass over the other side.
Do your bikes, have you named your bikes?
No.
You haven't named?
No. The name is good enough itself. What should I do? The name is very good. Triumph. Triumph.
That's true. Some of the larger Triumphs have the oil running in the frame.
Yes.
Which bikes would those be?
Which one was them?
The 500 or the 650?
Running in the?
The engine oil runs inside the frame.
No. None of them.
Okay.
None of them in that. Here you will see a Royal Enfield in my collection. I have put it there only because this bike is manufactured in India, and I don't know how I got it. To tell you the truth, these people who import scrap from Dubai and then sell it to the different re-rolling mills, they somehow or the other, knowing the craze over here, they saw this bike in Dubai. It managed somebody else. It must have gone from India to Dubai. So they opened every part of it, placed it in that junk that they were exporting,
yes.
And when it landed here and it got into their godown, they called me up and said, "We assure you, if you make your efforts to find this bike, every part of it is inside, but it's all in." And I went there like mad. So I went there, I saw this whole thing, and when I built it up, I have not put a extra screw on it. It is all original. It is a 350 Thunderbird and 2009 model in very good condition. And that is my pride, and I've kept it there only because I went onto the net and to see how is it in Royal Enfield in India. Then I came to know that Royal Enfield was there from the Britishers' time. The company was set up there, and that they were manufacturing, and that is still there. But now it is partly owned by the Enfield and then by Indian there. But now it is totally Indian.
Right.
And it is the most famous bike in India, and they have small models right up to the top. So this is a very popular bike there. So when I put this bike on the show, I got so many contacts from India. So many people looked at it, and then they looked at my and I've got a good communication with them, and only because of this bike. So it is there in my collection. Otherwise, I don't. I've got another Suzuki 800cc, which was a police model. I bought it from police auction, and I haven't kept it here, but it's in the other room, which is nearby, where we repair our other bikes or we put them together and the rest of it. So I haven't kept it here, but I have maintained it. I've kept it there. But I'm only interested if I get somehow or the other any time from any other sources. If it's within my means to purchase it, I will purchase it, and then to build it up back again is the most important thing, and I enjoy that. And I have old mechanics who can also locate parts from here which were left behind when the Parsis who had Universal Engineering Company, who were the agents for Triumph during my time, when they sold off their Triumph business in Triumph, they sold all the spare parts, and they were for all the models. They were purchased and they still are intact. People know where to get them, and they go and they pay a heavy price for them. But now they can also import them from England. Now it's become so common that they come from England as well. So we don't have any difficulty in repairing and rebuilding it.
Do you do any of the repairs yourself?
No, I just sit and enjoy, and I see the man who is working, and I keep him busy, I keep him intact. And even if I have to make him work all night, I will sit with him and making a cup of tea every time, telling him stories, and then we enjoying with him. So that's all. I don't touch them. They make the tightening part and the rest. I just sit back and see it being built up.
So you're the project manager.
That's how I look at it.
Is the work carried out? The repairs are done in your house or at at a workshop?
Here, at my own place. That is why I can spend the whole night sitting with them. I have a place,
Yes.
and then he sits there, and I work with him. He has access to this whole place, and he comes whenever I have to. Every 15 days, I must start these bikes because otherwise the engine oils and they start going bad inside the engine. So when he comes here, then I get all of them started and all of them to be worked out for about 10 minutes, 15 minutes, all the engines work. Then I ask him to shut them down.
What is your message to the government about import of old vehicles? As you know, it was banned
Yes.
some years ago.
Yes.
What would you say to them?
Firstly, I've been encouraging all those groups that have been formed. We have a lot of groups here in Hyderabad. I'm amazed. And there are a lot of bikes here, big bikes here, and I'm amazed. In Karachi, there are even more of them. And somehow this has grown into a very big industry. So I keep telling them, keep your groups, keep yourself independent, but add on and have joint ventures together so that you may get to know more about each other. You may like bikes, you may sell bikes, you can move on to tours together to such an extent that you can demand from the government that you want tracks to be built in every district of Pakistan. But that will only be when you are powerful enough to be together during the time of elections.
Yes.
If you are powerful, like in America, the truckers have a union and they dictate their terms. Even the LRBT person, they have they dictate the terms. If we go en bloc with you, and you all have to do this for us. They are moving on, so why can't we? Let's make a start. So this time round in February, there is such a convention going on and will go on in Islamabad. I intend to go there.
And what is the name of this convention?
I don't know. I don't have the details. My sons have got it. They told me that they are now working on it and that it is in February. So I said, I would like to go there. I would like to be a part of that because then I will see many, many more.
Would you say that you're one of the senior most?
I think so. I think so. I'm now 88 and hopefully on 30th of January I'll be 89. And I haven't seen somebody at that age still riding. I have cut down on my riding, of course. I don't ride as many times or as much as I used to do. Even when I was working in courts and I was busy, I would do that. Now I am more or less retired, but I don't want to take risks anymore. And I only go when I think I'm emotionally, mentally, physically, all ready to go on a trip. I don't take risks now anymore. Now you asked me a question and that was very interesting. Bikes are being sold here by the Pathans who have imported them from different sources. They were very cheap in the beginning. I remember that a 650cc bike was sold for 36,000 rupees. Today it has gone into lakhs of rupees. And everybody is taking the risk of buying these NCPs. They must be legalized. They must be. There should be a rationale behind them. Now they must accept that the young men all over Pakistan are taking to biking. And biking is a very different craze. I once read in the Reader's Digest, which is one of the best publishing. I once read an article on biking, and then I said that the way I feel, that I'm so different from the others, is what this article is saying. And nobody will publish an article in Reader's Digest unless they feel it is up to that merit that it deserves to be placed there. So I still tell all the bikers that you are a crazy lot. You are a very different lot. and you have your own individualities. Keep those individualities, but try to get together. Try to get together, move together, and get back this whole thing. If you can get back tracks in your in the first place, tracks if you have, so that you will not take the risk of getting involved in accidents. A lot of people are losing their lives. These are very big and heavy bikes. They don't have those roads. They don't have that control. Some control is there in Punjab, but over here there is no control. You can go anytime on the highway and you can see that there are nobody is bothered. Police is not there to control the traffic and the rest of it. And then they do this fast driving inside the cities. So this is injurious. We have a case. Let us put it up to that point that they call us and they tell us, and we have a sample track. And if we have that, that is the first step to getting them to tell us why we would like to rationalize and import them through all those bikes which are here already. Let us pay our price and get them legalized, so that we may feel comfortable and the government may earn money. Today, the Pathans who are controlling this, the Afghans who are controlling this, they have gone to that extent that they have taken from the courts orders to the effect that we can buy a bike, if engine of a bike and replace it. We can buy a frame and we can replace it if we prove that the frame has been destroyed in our bike. That is very easy. And if we have proved that our engine is not working now, and we have bought this from so and so dealer with the receipt, then they will convert that into a. So it's like they are winning. They have got these provisions, and we go back and buy an engine from them. We buy this thing from them, and in fact, we have bought a new bike and just said that this is from the ones that we had. So they should control this. It should be rationalized. We should do the proper thing in the proper way. And it is a hard journey, but today it is very possible. People like you, if you put it up also in your paper, and if you support us over there, it will go a long way. It will go a very long way. It's very sad to see young people getting into accidents where they lose their lives. And when I see them on the roads and I see how they're working, they're in traffic, how they drive, so I feel very scared now. Though I was doing the same thing in the 60s when I was young. But that was a different story altogether. These bikes are very powerful that they have now. Very powerful. Even the 400 cc's, even the 250 cc's, they are so powerful. And they are being used on city roads as well as on the highways. So this is a very good idea. I think if we work on that line, well, then everybody has to work on that line. If the whole country needs a reform. Whole country needs to get into this frame of mind that we must work on principled lines. We must do things in a principled way. We must have something to talk about. It's a shame these days when I hear Major Gaurav Arya talking about Pakistan and analyzing and giving the regional reports. He's brilliant. He brings forth very good, but the way he ridicules the Pakistan government, the Pakistani people, is shameful. But it is so true.
But it's true.
It is so true. And I feel very dejected. I feel very, very bad about it. Can I see one individual today has been withstanding the pressures of the whole lot of us and still standing there? That is a remarkable sign that we have that thing in us.
Resilience?
Yeah, we have that thing in us. But yeah, if he comes back again today, I feel that he will be hijacked for international game in their way. And he will not be able to withstand the pressures. So if at all they work out something in that fashion, that they get him out, They will not get him out for our sake. They will get him out for their regional game, where this man can play a better role than these dummies who are there, the Zardadis or the Nawaz or the rest of it, because he is a person who understands the system. He understands things very well. We are in that shape today.
You admire him a lot.
I admire the resilience that he has. I admire the courage which he has, and I admire the honesty, integrity that he has. Because when he got his divorce, from his wife, he was running into a lot of money from the divorce from the wife, and he refused that. Then he comes here and he is living a very simple life, a very austere life. And he is a sportsman. Sportsmen abhor. If he is a real sportsman, he will abhor underhand dealings. A sportsman is not a thief. He is not a corrupt person. He is not a corrupt person. He wants to do things the right way. He takes risks on a motorbike, but he still understands the limits in which he has to go. So he is basically a temperament which is admirable. It's not accepted in our country, that's a different thing, but we are there to work for it. We need your support also. That will go a long way for the biking community. We have reached that point where we are having a convention. So that means that this thing is coming up. And lot of groups, I don't know why after this, after the Parkweeds interviewed me here, and it was a 13, and it is still there with 200,000 plus viewers who must have distributed it all along. So I see that wherever I go, I feel comfortable because either they know me or they know him. Through him they know me, or the other son, through him they know me. But then most of them, they come from with him. I want to see your father, I want to meet him. So it's encouraging for me that what I'm dreaming of, what I'm doing, I would love to play a role. And my role is that I say, get together. I'm still there with you. Come on. If I can do it, you can do it. And it's working, but very slow.
Thank you.
You're most welcome. Most welcome.